While I pull myself together, I'm going to take this moment to say thank you to my mom and dad, Ross and Wendy Brown, who are in California, and my sister, Alexis Weaver, who is there, who out with I would not be here at all. And I say that as a moment for each and every one of you who is here to support someone who is graduating today, because we would not be here without you. So thank you all who are here, and those who cannot be here as well. It's been a hard 6 months. It's been a hard 2 years. Heck, the start of this decade was not exactly the best for most of us. Am I right? Yeah. I say all this because in spite of that hardship, and sometimes because of it, we are all still here. We are all still committed to what we are passionate about. Making theater, telling stories, creating. 20 years ago, I graduated from undergrad, fresh-faced and with a deep desire to perform, to be an actor. I also had a deep fear that I just wasn't enough, that I wasn't good enough or smart enough, just that I wasn't enough. This need for perfection, to perfect a monologue, perfect an audition, perfect a role. And that need for perfection was holding me back. And I know there's kids here, I'm sorry. As Taylor Mack says, perfection is for assholes. What it took me many years to learn, many tries, many perceived fails, was that it was not perfection I wanted. It was the act of creation, collaboration, beautiful, weird, messy art, but with some structure. And I am so thankful that as I solidified myself as a creator and not a perfecter, I gathered a misfit band of thinkers and doers and players. And now it wasn't that I wasn't, but I wanted something more. I needed something more, and I believe, as many of us have, late one night, I Googled low residency MFA visa. And Randolph College appeared. This program is special. And to be the third graduating cohort is an honor. The passion and the creativity in the people sitting before me and in this whole room is why Randolph works. Stephanie and Allie, I hope you look around this room and you feel the pride of the program you have created, and you are curating and constantly growing and changing. And that change comes to serve your students. I tell new cohorts to advocate for themselves, that is because I know there are ears that listen, that hear what we as students, as artists and peers want and need. Thank you for being passionate and kind and willing to continually adapt to make sure your students are challenged and cherished. To the mentors, to Leland and Sohina and David and AK, who guided me. I am so lucky for the journey I got to take with you. You helped me see what I could be. You helped remind me that I am and always have been enough. I lead a much more confident, much more vulnerable human than I entered this program, and I am forever grateful for that. Thank you. Thank you to all of the mentors and professors and professionals who have contributed their deep wells of wisdom and warmth so that we can keep going into the world secure in our craftsmanship, our talent, and most importantly, in being and loving our big, beautiful, weirdo selves. My Thrillogy. What an incredible group of people to go on this journey with. Some may have seen us as slightly standoffish or even bitchy. The truth is, we are just a group of humans with a tenacious desire to keep creating and growing, incubating our wants and needs, and making sure that we advocate for ourselves in order to get the best experience possible, and to make sure that those who follow have the same. I feel extremely fortunate to be in a collaborative cohort of such beautiful, kind, and talented individuals. You all inspire me every day and have continually reminded me of what I can do. It would and will be an honor to work with each and every one of you. And it has been an honor to be supported, challenged, and delighted by you all. What a beautiful rarity to find a group of vastly different humans who want to support and lift up one another, on and off the stage. You are a reminder of why I love theater. A blend of wit, dedication, fierce passion, messy fun, and just a sparkle of magic. I kept looking for the perfect quote, that perfect jumble of language to express what theater means to me, what this program has meant to me. And I couldn't find it. It means too much to me. And it's not about perfection. It's not about the perfect quote. It's about creation and the slight desperation to make sure I'm holding up my end of the class president commencement speech. Yeah. So, I stand before you, a human who has fully embraced a new confidence in her creation and a new love of her vulnerability. And I will share 2 phrases that I tell myself to help encourage everyone on their journey through this program and in the next steps of life. All right, okay. First quote. To try and fail, amazing. To never try at all, disgusting. Okay, I realize this could use a little fine tuning, but the sentiment is there. The idea is there. It is in the trying and even more so in the failing that we learn and grow. It is in the rehearsal that we try new things. We are told to make a choice. Even if in the end that choice didn't work, it was interesting because we made a choice. How boring to watch someone who hasn't made a choice. How strange to look at a set design that didn't go through several drafts. To be bold is to be vulnerable, and to be vulnerable is to try, to be open. Because the truth is, it's never really failure. It's just growth. The magic, the alchemy is created in the process. We are here because we took a leap and we tried. and sometimes we failed. But in this case, we're all graduating, so none of us failed! But if we never tried at all, it would be disgusting. Because if we didn't try, there would be no Cassandra at the top of the world. There would be no trip to the moon. There would be no man of many hats who always puts his students first. There would be no getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Or a school district of second graders yearning to read and see the next great story. Without our trying, without our risks, we wouldn't see a story of students trying to stand up and make a difference while that author is haunted by the man in the mirror. Or a director combining accessibility and artistry to paint a vibrant portrait of life on stage. We wouldn't see a young man look back at his past while running towards his future. Or experience a post-mortem on the American theater that encourages us to embrace creating theater for young and new audiences. Nor would we have a beautiful template to examine composing gender on the stage that steps away from stereotype and towards story. And I think we did more than try. I think we all really succeeded. And this success is because of ourselves and each other and our mentors, because you are the ones encouraging us to try, for being there when we failed, and for seeing the beauty in what we think are mistakes, and reminding us to fail brilliantly and shine brightly. And this leads me to my second quote, or saying, or weird voice that gnaws at the back of my head. And this is the one I try to remember whenever I'm in a dark spot. Whenever something has repeatedly not worked, or a rehearsal goes bad, or a draft isn't working, or the world at large is weighing too heavily on my heart. When I feel that tiny talon of my perfectionism demon clawing at the back of my mind. I remember, we are all made of star stuff. We are quite literally the remnants of exploded stars, which means our origins are not in perfection. Our origins are in collapse. Every atom of carbon in our bodies was forged in a star that burned brightly, exhausted its fuels, and exploded. So remember that collapse is not the opposite of creation. It is often the beginning of it. We are artists. We create, we destroy, we revise, and we begin again. And we are enough. You are enough. You are all, everything you need as an artist and a human. Create what you want. Find those who want to create it with you. Be your big, beautiful weirdo selves and let that light that shines from the truth illuminate all the stories you will tell. Whenever the world is so overwhelming, the work so impossible, remember we are made of star stuff. I don't care how hokey that sounds. We are made up of stars. So burn bright, collapse, and then create again. Because our job as artists is not to be perfect. Our job is to keep creating, keep failing brilliantly, and keep shining brightly in a world that desperately needs what only we can create. Thank you all.